solenoid will then regulate system back pressure in the valve assembly. The suspension on the LHS is similar to that on the Concorde and Intrepid. However, the McPherson strut front suspension and Chapman strut rear suspension is tuned for a softer ride. The suspension used on the 300M is similar in design to the LHS. However, it's stiffer, giving the vehicle a sportier feel. In the area of brakes, the Tevis Mark 20 ABS four-wheel anti-lock disc brake system is standard equipment on LHS, 300M, Concorde LXI, and Intrepid ES. This system features the Integrated Control Unit, or ICU, which helps simplify the system by combining the hydraulic control unit and controller anti-lock brake. The front brakes now have thicker vented rotors. And on the 300M, the front fascia scoops help to provide additional brake cooling. The rear brake caliper pistons are larger. An electrocoat finish on calipers provides better heat resistance. All disc brake rotors have a dacrymet coating for improved corrosion resistance. Low-speed traction control is standard equipment on the LHS and 300M. The system is basically unchanged, except that now the maximum active speed has been raised to 35 miles per hour. Goodyear tires are used on all vehicles. LHS and 300M now use a standard 17-inch Eagle LS touring tire for responsive cornering and good wet weather traction. Before we look at the exterior feature changes, how about another review question? The connections between the exhaust manifold and catalytic converter are sealed by which of the following? A. Band-type clamps. B. V-band clamps. C. U-bolt clamps. Or D. None of the above. B is the correct answer. V-band clamps are used to connect the exhaust manifolds to the catalytic converters and provide effective sealing. Even customers who are unaware of the many changes under the hood or underneath the new LHS and 300M are sure to be impressed by the sleek styling. But some exterior changes also represent improvements that go beyond appearance. For example, new halogen bulb quad headlamps have an improved beam pattern that provides double the light output on high beams than the previous model. Each headlamp assembly has a bubble level and adjustment screw for headlamp aiming. On LHS, 300M, and Concorde, in order to replace a headlamp bulb or remove the headlamp housing, you'll need to partially remove the fascia. To do this, first remove the rubber grommet from the splash shield to access the fascia fasteners. Then remove the fasteners attaching the fascia to the front fender and splash shield. Next, remove the push pins that attach the fascia to the upper radiator closure panel. Remove the jack screws attaching the headlamp housing to the cross member. And pull the lamp housing forward to access the lamps. To remove the housing, pull the fascia forward and disconnect the wire connector from the back of the lamp sockets. Fog lamps on LHS, 300M, and Intrepid ES have been integrated with the front fascia. Fog lamps can now operate independently of the headlamps when the parking lamps are on. Looking at the windshield, a new windshield wiper system provides quieter operation than in the past. In addition, operation remains stable at higher speeds. A new defroster system contributes to better cold weather performance by clearing frost from the windshield and melting the snow that is pushed down to the base of the windshield by the wipers. The new wiper blades are 3 times stronger and contact the glass evenly for a more uniform wipe. Because of new wiper control logic in the BCM, the wipers will now return to the parked position if the wipers are on when the ignition is turned off. Each hood-mounted washer nozzle has 3 jets for more effective windshield coverage. Finally, the washer fluid level sensor provides a more accurate indication of low fluid. Looking at the rear of the vehicle, gas prop counterbalances allow the deck lid to open with minimal effort. New 4-bar deck lid hinges mount outside of the trunk opening for optimum luggage capacity when the deck lid is closed. The full perimeter tubular weather strip is mounted on a higher flange to prevent water from entering when the deck lid is open. Like the Concorde and Intrepid ES, the LHS and the 300M are equipped with a rear window antenna. A sunroof is available on all models and will be the subject of an upcoming Mastertech program, so be sure to look for it. Now let's take a look at the doors. Laser welded inner panels on the doors reduce the number of components that make up the door. These panels are stronger yet lighter than those used in the past. Next generation door latches provide smooth, quiet operation. In addition, the door ajar switches have been integrated right into the door latch assemblies. Finally, dual power mirrors are standard on all models. In addition, LHS and 300M have heated mirrors and memory mirrors as standard equipment. The memory mirror feature is part of the personalized memory system, which we'll be looking at in the next section. But before we do, how about another review question? When replacing a headlamp bulb, which of the following vehicles requires partial removal of the fascia? A. LHS, B. 300M, C. Concorde, or D. All of the above? The correct answer is D. On LHS, 300M, and Concorde, in order to replace a headlamp bulb or remove the headlamp housing, you'll need to partially remove the fascia. Let's begin our look at the interior by covering electronic security and convenience features, starting with the Remote Keyless Entry System, or RKE. The RKE system is standard equipment on the LHS, 300M, Concorde LX and LXI, and Intrepid ES. A few changes have occurred to the RKE system, beginning with the relocation of the RKE receiver, which now plugs into the BCM. An antenna has been added to the RKE receiver, allowing for an increased operating range of as far as 40 feet. The new key fob now has a red panic button that is clearly labeled. Used to draw attention, pressing the panic button will sound the horn and cause the lights to flash continuously. Also, rolling codes are used, which are coded signals that differ each time the transmitter button is pressed. Rolling codes inhibit thieves from reproducing valid codes. Some customer programmable RKE features include the optional horn chirp and once or twice press trunk release. Also, customers can program additional transmitters, up to a total of 4. Another programmable feature that isn't related to the RKE system is the rolling door locks, which is standard equipment on all of these vehicles. With this feature, during acceleration, when the vehicle reaches 15 miles per hour, the doors will lock automatically. This feature is enabled at the factory. However, if the customer prefers, it can be disabled using the procedure outlined in last October's Mastertech program. If you'll recall, we first introduced you to the Sentry Key Immobilizer system in August of last year. Offered as standard equipment on the LHS and 300M, this passive theft deterrent system works by immobilizing the vehicle's engine. It works through a specially designed key that is equipped with an integrated circuit chip, and the Sentry Key Immobilizer module, or SKIM, located on the steering column by the ignition key cylinder. If for any reason an invalid key is used, or someone tries to bypass the ignition system, the SKIM will store a diagnostic trouble code and send an invalid key message to the PCM over the PCI bus. The PCM will then disable the fuel system. The Vehicle Theft Alarm, or VTA, is standard equipment on LHS, 300M, and Concorde LXI. In addition, it is available on the Concorde LX and Intrepid ES. Controlled by the BCM, VTA protects the vehicle from theft by monitoring door ajar switches, the ignition circuit, power door lock and unlock circuits, and the deck lid lock sensor for unauthorized entry. Locking the doors with either the power door lock switch or the RKE transmitter automatically arms the VTA system. An indicator LED on top of the instrument panel